Hello YouTube, in this video we are going to attempt to revive my old power drill by upgrading this NiCad battery into 5 of these 18650 lithium ion batteries. This video is going to be slightly different from the ones that are commonly posted on YouTube, in the sense that we are going to simplify the process by doing away with having to install a BMS chip or a battery management system in order to properly charge these lithium ion batteries. We are also going to attempt to do this with a minimum amount of tools necessary. We're gonna try to do this without a soldering iron, even though I do have one. So as you know, unlike ordinary batteries, these lithium ion batteries require a special way of charging. If you do not use the proper way of charging these batteries, you run the risk of overheating them and possibly causing a fire. Because I do not want to go through the trouble of having to install a BMS chip, I've decided to use these battery holders instead. These are very cheap. You can get these on eBay or Amazon. I bought these from Amazon for, I believe it was $6.99 with Prime shipping, and it came with these other holders. It was a combination of 4-cell holder, this single cell holder, but for this project we will be using a combination of the 3-cell and the 2-cell holder. Okay, so we begin the process by removing the 4 screws. That's holding the cover of the original battery. I've already done that, and I have no plans of putting it back when I'm done with this project, and I will show you why it's not necessary. You're probably wondering how we are going to charge these batteries without installing a BMS. We will do that by using these external plug-in chargers. I bought this set of 8 18650 batteries and these 2 chargers on eBay for about $9. You will find them everywhere on eBay. This I got as a set for that price. So it will not be as convenient as, you know, just plugging in your battery to a charger when you need to charge it. However, it's really not that much more time consuming to go this route. It allows you to again do away with having to solder anything or install a BMS chip. And as you know, you can't just solder wires directly onto a battery. There's a special way of spot welding a connector to this, and I don't have that equipment, nor do I wish to go through the trouble of going through that. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to start by removing these old NiCad batteries. I'm going to save this part, as this is what's going to connect into the terminals of the power drill. Set that aside. Let's remove the by the way, this is an 18-volt battery pack. Looks like there's about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 of these NiCad batteries in here. So I'm going to put this in the recycling bin for proper disposal. So now we're left with this empty battery case, and what we're gonna do is we are going to take this battery holder and this already came wired as a series, meaning to say the voltage of the battery will add up depending on the number of batteries that you connect. So we will be using, since we need 18 volts and each of these 18650 produces 3.7 volts, so we're gonna use 5 of them. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to take the negative lead of this 3-cell holder battery, 3-cell battery holder, and connect it to the positive of this 2-cell battery holder, and using an electrical tape as I've mentioned earlier, I plan to use a soldering iron later on, and I also plan to change these wires into thicker wires, but just to make sure that everything works, for now we will stick to what we have. So now we will take this connector that we took out from the old NiCad battery, and we will simply figure out a way to connect this here. Now the positive lead then we are going to install the batteries on the holder just by matching the polarities as marked on the battery and on the holder itself. There's obviously a proper way of connecting the battery leads to this terminal, but for now, since we are simply making sure that it works before we do any permanent connections, it should be good for now. Looking at the cover of the battery pack, the polarity is properly marked on it with a positive and a negative, and I will simply make sure that I have the right polarity connected to as I reinsert that back in. Okay, now we take the bottom of the battery pack, drop in the 3-cell holder, followed by the 2-cell holder on top, tucking in the wires and putting the cover on top. As I have mentioned earlier, I will not be putting back the screws, the 4 screws that I took out, simply because I don't think it's necessary, because the bottom of this battery pack latches on to the bottom of the power drill, and sandwiching the cover in between. See, and it's not going anywhere. There you have it. Now, if next time I need to recharge this battery, all I have to do is detach the bottom, remove the cells from the holder, place them onto these chargers, and plug them on the wall. Again, this is obviously not the most convenient way of recharging these batteries. If you have to, it beats the need to have to solder connections to the battery or install a BMS, a battery management system. It doesn't take that much effort to remove the batteries and reinstall them. Also, another advantage to this is that you can purchase more of these batteries. They're extremely cheap, and when you run out, you just replace them. If one of them goes bad in the future, you don't have to desolder and install a new one. All you have to do is just take the bad one out and replace it with a good one. So I hope you find this helpful. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.